to Comfort Time with Aunty Yunike, where we witness miracles, make miracles happen, or just participate in the miracles. So today I'm going to share with you on the issue of being God's hands, feet, and also just being there for Him totally. We are told that God's feet are our feet, we are our hands, our eyes. So that's what I want to talk about today. Have you ever felt like you've been put in a situation to be God's hands, to be God's feet, to be God's eyes, or to just totally be there, present, and represent Him? Before we go into the subject, I would like to remind you to please continue to subscribe, to like, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos when they're uploaded, and also to share widely, as that is the only way you can help others who may not have access to this platform. So my story is that of being in a situation in a supermarket. Actually, what happened was that I was just coming back from my salon, did my hair, and I wanted to stop at a supermarket to have, I just needed some cheese and some fruits. So I really didn't need much shopping that day. And when I was going around to the area where I could get my cheese, I saw three little boys looking at different foodstuffs. I found that very interesting because they were young boys, I think about 7, 8, and maybe about 10. They were not in the company of any adult. And the area where the supermarket was is a place where you normally would find, if they are children, they are with their mothers, their fathers, or guardians. But these children were on their own. And then the other thing that was striking was that they were not well groomed, and they just didn't look like children. I'm not judging here. They just didn't look like like they come there often. So from there I was interested to know what the story was. So I just went around, picked my cheese, and then as I was going out, they beckoned to me. They asked to talk to me. I think the children felt comfortable to approach me because as a grandmother, I think we have that aura about us. You know, you love children, and when you see children, you're always curious. I'm always curious about not only children, I'm curious about people, period. So when I saw them, I took an interest, but I didn't want to scare them. I didn't want them to feel I was judging them, because like I said, the place where they were was not a place where you would have expected them to be. The supermarket, it's a big supermarket. It must have been intimidating for them even to be allowed to go in the shop. I think the security was a very good person, because most shops will not even allow such children to go in. They immediately judge them as thieves, that they are going to steal. But when I was walking around there, I looked at them with love, with curiosity, but I kept my distance until when they asked me. They must have seen that it was safe to approach me, because before they approached me, many other people passed in front of them, and they kept on looking at people as they passed, but they never talked to anybody until I was within their vicinity. So I said, okay, what is it? They said, these things here, how much do they cost? I said, oh, that's what you want to buy? They said, yes, nishinga if tufokushitefi. So I said, okay, how much do you have? Then they said, no, we worked and we got paid, we've got money. So I said, oh, that's very nice. I was really impressed because you could see they were really proud. They were not begging. They actually worked for their money, and now they wanted to get something that they had been wanting to taste. So I was like, okay, so what do you want to buy? One said, Coca-Cola na Macriceps. So one wanted to, that's the older one, wanted to buy a bottle of Coke and a packet of Lay's. So I said, okay, ngaiwe the next one. The other one said, nende for kushita drinki, some juice. Eronde for kushita na ilia drinki ya kwataka kunwinako. So I want a drink that has a straw. So I said, okay. And what else? And some biscuits. Okay, cool. And you? The other one said, nende for milk ile ya kwataka kunwinako. So I said, okay, that's fine. Then now they were looking at the prices, but of course I realized after they asked me how much they weigh, that they were not able to read. So they were not yet in school and they didn't know how to read, and they just wanted to ensure that they had enough money for what they wanted to buy. So I said, okay, let me look at your money. Then they opened their hands. The smaller ones had 2 coins each in their hands, meaning they had 2 kwacha each. And the older one had 3 kwacha. So I realized that the money they had was not going to be able to buy even just one item of the things that they wish to get, because one of the small drinks alone was going for over 7 kwacha. So for the little ones, it was more than 3 times the money that they had. So now I was like, okay, my grandchildren call me Mother Christmas. So then I started thinking, okay, how about I adopt these little boys for just a little bit and become Mother Christmas to them just for a little while. So I said, okay, what you do is, let's pick a basket. So we picked a basket. So I said, you put what you said you wanted. So the little ones picked, this one picks the drink and some biscuits, the other one picked some milk and some biscuits, and the older one picked the Coca-Cola and the Criceps. Then I said, okay, next you pick what the other one picked, and you pick what the other one picked. So they looked at me now, they were getting confused. They were like, you mean with the money we have, we can now even buy so much? So I was like, it's okay, just pick. So they picked, and everybody had 3 items. I mean, like this, if you wanted a drink and biscuits, the other one wanted a drink, milk and biscuit, and the other one wanted Lay's and Coca-Cola. So everybody had everything that everyone else had. So we filled the basket, I got my fruits and my cheese, and we went to the till. Now when we go to the till, the power went. So when we got there, the girl at the till said, I'm sorry, I can't save you. We've just lost power. You'll have to wait. So I looked at the little boys. There was so much panic in their faces. I think they didn't believe that power had really gone. They were wondering what exactly was going on. So I took time to sit with them and explain to them that they can't bill us because there's no power, and they have generators in all the shops, so it won't take long before power comes back. So please just wait, and they're going to come back and attend to us. So within a few minutes, power came back. When Power came back, the lady was ready now to punch, so I turned to them and I said, you know, I would love to get these things for you, but I'm using a card. I can't add my money to yours because I don't have cash. I'm using a card. So is it okay that I pay for you and then you can use your money to buy other things later? So they looked at each other and the older one, you know, nodded. So like, okay, go ahead. So that's how I was allowed to pay for the items for them. And you should have seen the, you know, that energy, the happiness. They were so happy as they were going out. I just wished I could have spent more time with them to just ask, was it worth it? You know, because I'm sure they must have seen maybe some other children drinking milk from a packet which has a straw, as they really insisted. Therefore, meaning I want a drink that has a straw. So I wished I could have been there when they were taking their drinks, just to see if it tasted the way they thought it would taste, just to see more of the joy. And it really made my day that I was able to do that for them, because when they said this is what we want, and I looked at the money that they had, and I just felt how crushed they would be, you know, to say we worked so hard. I don't even know what job they did or how long they did it for, but to think we worked so hard, got the money, and the money that we got is not even enough for what we really wanted to buy. So I felt at that moment that God had put me in that space at that particular time in front of those lovely children, to be able to bless them and to be able to give them that joy of getting what they had really wanted. And this is that brought to mind that, you know, we are led always to be the feet, the hands, and the eyes for God. And in some cases, the mouth, the everything. So sometimes we are just asked to be the agent for God. And that's what I felt that I was on that day. I was his agent to give the joy to the little children that they had not even expected, but had hoped for. So please always be alert to the surroundings around you. So our comfort time continues. Please always continue to subscribe, like, hit notification bell so as not to lose any content, and also share widely. You could be the only one standing between someone, saving someone's life and giving someone peace. And also continue to share with me your thoughts. If you have questions, if you have comments, I really appreciate every comment that comes in. Even the questions I've been able to answer on different forums. The screen shows different contacts on how you can get in touch with me. Please get to use them. Let's continue this conversation. Thank you for listening. See you in the next video.